Welcome to the Future Hospitality Summit podcast. For more information, visit www.futurehospitalitysummit.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast today. We have one of the most dedicated hospitality leaders, Haitham Mattar. Haitham is the managing director for IMEA and Southwest Asia for IHG Hotels and Resorts. Haitham, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jana. Thank you very much.
Let's jump to it. First of all, we've witnessed the impact of tourism on the environment and, of course, how adopting good practices help to reduce the negative effects. Saying that, as an organization, what is your vision and goal towards sustainability and responsible travel?
So, as an organization, we have various activities that we've launched in 2021. But really, as a vision, we've got a long-standing commitment to operating businesses responsibly. This is underpinned by our strategy, by our reputation, but also we use this in our culture to guide the decisions on how we work. There's a unique opportunity that IHG has, which is really we have thousands of hotels that are embedded in local communities all over the world. This puts us in a unique position and makes a real difference when you are embedded in these local communities to make a shift and make an impact. We're also committed to continuing to recognize and act to the many environmental and societal changes being felt across the globe as we grow our business successfully and sustainably across the world.
Thank you for your answer. Another question, have you seen any change in customers' perspective of travel? Are they now more aware of sustainability? Or, for example, are customers looking for environmentally and socially responsible products and services?
Oh, definitely. So a global study commissioned by IHG revealed that 83% of customers would choose a hotel brand that operates sustainably. And also, on average, they're willing to spend 30% or 31% more for accommodation that meets that need. In response to this growing appetite, we are for more eco-friendly stays. Search engines, you can also see, have adapted this on their websites, and the OTAs such as Google or Booking.com, if you like. So Google has labeled hotels that are meeting its sustainability standards or criteria as eco-certified, whereby Booking.com, for example, has labeled or applied its travel sustainable badge on their websites. So both corporate and leisure guests, we're seeing change are there because they're paying much more attention on how hotels operate, with an increasing number of them deciding on whether to book stays based upon the property's carbon footprint, if you like, or sustainable practices and how hotels are managing renewable energies. This also is in when we see in our corporate segment, for example, this is included in the RFP submissions in their templates. So ranging from inquiries about the size of the hotel's carbon footprint to the role of renewables in meeting energy requirements. So it's a trend that will continue to accelerate. We're seeing now about 90% of IHG's customers globally having already made a net zero carbon neutral commitment in recent years. So we've also seen customers making effort to prioritize or flag even sustainable hotels with their internal booking channels.
I'm glad you got onto the subject of sustainability because, for example, the hotel sector accounts for about 1% of carbon emission globally, unfortunately. I hate to ask you this, but do you see the number changing anytime soon? What do you think it will take to change that number in your perspective?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, with the hotel sector accounting for, as you mentioned, around 1% of the global carbon emissions, obviously there's a crucial need for us to reduce our emissions for the long-term resilience of the sector. And I believe hospitality is probably one of the largest carbon footprint impact amongst other industries. So to protect the world around us, we must really start to ensure that we measure this impact. We've upgraded our science-based targets, if you like, to help limit the global warming to 1.5 above pre-industrial levels to join the UN's race to zero. A global campaign is to rally the leadership and support from businesses, cities, investors for a healthy, resilient, zero carbon footprint future. We're also using our voice and expertise to work with some of the industry experts and beyond to promote and accelerate the sustainable hospitality and tourism. We're also using our partnerships with organizations such as WTTC and the Sustainable Hospitality Alliance as well. With many initiatives, we actually launched an initiative with IHG called the Green Engage, which is an environmental management system. Green Engage offers general managers at hotels about 200 green solutions to improve sustainability practices across all levels of their property. So we made this a global standard to make sure that hotels use them and measure them. And when it comes to measure, we've actually encouraged hotels to use the Green Engage, but also made it a seamless process by having partnered with Schneider Electric to roll out the above property automated data entry solution. So that makes it just a lot easier and simpler for hotels to make use of this great initiative.
So, following that, do you think other businesses should do what you're doing?
Oh, definitely. Look, I think businesses we are all responsible, all industries, not necessarily just the hospitality or tourism. All businesses, I understand most businesses have actually started to follow suit, and whether they are looking at locally sourced fruits and vegetables or locally sourced produce and products, or actually making other in-house initiatives to ensure they reduce their impact and increase their renewable energy sources.
Does that have to do as well with the F&B sector in hospitality?
The F&B sector, we have partnered with a company called UNWTO, and UNWTO is a scale that actually takes mirror images of every food item you throw in the bin, and it gives you a weight of that item, and that helps with reducing food cost. In a way where, let's take for example, on a regular day, if a hotel throws away about 100 liters of oats, then the food and beverage manager with the chef, they work together on making a program to work on menu engineering. So they perhaps want to remove the oats off the buffet and then have it portioned as a menu item where guests can still enjoy their portion of oats, but not necessarily on a buffet item where it gets thrown away. This is an excellent initiative. I know other industry partners are also using similar programs, but in one hotel, for example, food cost was reduced by $65,000. For me, that's 65,000 meals in some of the countries where it's $1 for a meal.
I know that IHG launched its Journey to Tomorrow 2030, and I
Yes.
understand that that's a business plan to, uh, keep the future as a responsible travel situation. Could you tell us a bit briefly what this plan entitles?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, this is in brief. This is an initiative that was and a strategy that was launched in 2021. The Journey to Tomorrow is a 10-year action plan with clear commitments to drive change for people, communities, and planet. And the way we look at this is for people, for example, we look at how we introduce and promote well-being at the workplace, but also in communities. We want to seize the opportunity to improve the millions of lives across the world by supporting disaster relief or tracking food poverty, but also by providing skills and training that can drive social economic change. And for our planet, we work with our hotels to reduce our carbon emissions in line with the climate science, and also eliminate the single-use items, reduce food waste, as we mentioned earlier, with using UNWTO, and also collaborate with local stakeholders across the globe to tackle water sustainability issues in areas of greater risk.
Amazing. Haitham, I think this was such a good conversation. Thank you very much for your time today. We genuinely enjoyed having you. And on top of that, we look forward to seeing you soon at the Future Hospitality Summit. I know you will be one of the panelists, and as usual, it will be a great discussion with you.
Thank you, Jana. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Future Hospitality Summit podcast. For more information, visit www.futurehospitalitysummit.com.